Hi, and thanks for visiting us here today at Avatar's website. We've dedicated this special section to the Employee Free Choice Act because we feel very passionately about this subject. You'll see in the news or read in the papers every single day where people on both sides of this debate or argument are preaching doom and gloom. On one hand, we have union members who say businesses take advantage of employees. They fire people who are trying to unionize. They harass them during political campaigns. And the truth is, they do. I know personally, I know firsthand of instances where employers have bragged to me as a business owner that they have fired employees who were busily trying to make their organization unionized. So don't say that it doesn't happen. On the other hand, we have employers who say that the union will strong-arm people, and this card check provision is just completely un-American, and that they'll go around behind your back convincing your people that they have to sign the card or they'll be exonerated from their group, from their loved ones, from their friends. And the truth is, that happens too. On both sides of this argument, we have what I would call the fringe elements. And everyone is fixated on card check, but guess what? The Employee Free Choice Act will pass this year. I am absolutely convinced of it. Last week I predicted that our inspector would say, I can't vote for this thing, it doesn't have a secret ballot. Without a secret ballot, it's simply not American. The Wall Street Journal just recently ran an article that said, without the secret ballot, that would be unconstitutional. They both may very well be right, but let me tell you what's going to happen. It's going to be reintroduced with an amendment, and that amendment will look very much like our brethren up north in Canada, in which we have a 10-day window of time in which to hold a private secret ballot election. That is not going to be enough time for an average business with existing years-long relationships with its employees to mount a successful campaign to fight off a unionizing effort. Why? Because the business won't even know that a unionizing effort is underway until 60, 70, maybe even 80% of their employees have been cajoled, convinced, persuaded, or otherwise caused to sign one of these cards. It's not enough time to undo 30, 40, or 50% of your employees in order to win an election. And so while everyone is arguing and fighting over the card check provision, I say it's nonsense. The unions realized long ago that if they asked for the card check provision, everyone would fixate on that, and they would think, this is what we have to get rid of. We can't have card check. The unions never expected to win that. They didn't need that. What they want are all the other provisions, 120 days to arbitration, 30 days mandated, and a 2-year guaranteed contract, unfair labor practices against employers who are otherwise abusing and harassing their employees, unfair labor practices that cost $20,000 every single time you turn around. That's what the union really wanted. So they used the card check simply to obfuscate their true goals. And guess what? They bamboozled all of you. All of you are busily writing your senators and congressmen about how un-American it is to have this card check provision and no secret election. Well, guess what? They don't care. And because you're so fixated on that, your representatives will be able to go and vote for a bill that has a secret ballot election. And they'll be able to come back to their constituency and say, I protected and preserved the American way. I protected that secret ballot. But you, the business owner, will be saddled with a new form of regulation that you won't be able to overcome this juggernaut. And so I say to you, the only prudent course of action to take is survey your people, research and review your policies and procedures. Make sure you're treating your people right. Find out if there's anything that you're not providing your people today that a union organizer out in your parking lot is going to offer them. Find out what kinds of things are bothering them and solve those problems today so that when that organizer shows up, it's irrelevant. You will still have your 10-day election. You'll still have the opportunity to campaign, but the better you do today at building those alliances and building those fences with your people, the better chance you'll have of winning those elections in the future.